Hi fam. I am out here with my kiddos enjoying some sun and some fresh air. And I wanted to hop on really quickly. I know that we have just transitioned from a portion of our relationship series, the under construction series. We've just transitioned from the under construction series. And we're now moving to another portion of relationships as it relates to general relationships. And as we transitioned from the under construction series, which related to processes before marriage, I want you to think about where we're going now. We're transitioning to general relationships. So I ask that you will just think about your relationships, all of your relationships, and ask yourself, what are these relationships bringing to the table? How are they affecting your life? And ask yourself, I like to break it down this way. When it comes to relationships, and this is something that I've learned as well in my own life, identifying where the relationship stands. And when I say this, I mean breaking it down into tiers. So we'll have 3 tiers when it comes to relationships. Tier 1 is your inner circle. That's the people you know you can go to, good or bad, and they have your back. You can confide in them and don't have to be concerned with them going to tell others or being judgmental, but they genuinely have your back. Their motive is to see you happy, to see you succeed. That's tier 1. Then we have tier 2, and I like to call them the middle. They're the middle circle. And tier 2, while they still love you and they still want to see the best for you, you may not be able to go to them with everything. And it's not a dig or not that you don't want to share with them, but it goes back to, how does the relationship impact your life? Sometimes when we have those tier 2s, you can't always share everything because it may not impact your life in a positive way. And it's not that they intentionally mean for it to go off that way, but it's just, they're just some people you cannot tell everything to. Then we go to the outer circle, which is your tier 3s. Your outer circle, your acquaintances, those people who you have a connection with, but it may not be as strong as a connection where you can run to them and talk to them and tell them things about your life, but you're cordial, you're friendly. Like if you walk past them, just say coworkers, you walk past them, you have a conversation, everything is cool. But those aren't the people you can't even really talk to about personal situations when it comes to your tier 3s. So I ask, as we transition over to general relationships, just think about your relationships. Think about the impact that your relationships are having on your life. So as we transition into this series, I'm looking forward to starting this within the week or two on our first chat of general relationships. So be on the lookout. And in the meantime, once again, think about your relationships. Think about how they're impacting your life. And think about maybe, where an individual is, what tier an individual is. And maybe it's like, okay, maybe it may be time to maybe move them to a different tier. Because God even brings, just as we have seasons, there's seasons for friendships, there's seasons for relationships. And just because a person comes into your life does not mean that's where they'll always stay. They may be there for a certain reason, which is one thing, and I'm not going to go too deep into that, but that's one chat we will have as far as seasons of friendships. So think about your friendships, evaluate your friendships, and until then, I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day and you all be blessed. Love you, Heart Fam.